Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree. Y'all saw, with me with my voice. Okay, never mind. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my episode recaps. Guys, as always, I'm here to discuss The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 13, titled Sharing is Caring. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So as a little disclaimer, guys, this video is probably going to be very, very short. This episode to me was, I don't want to say lackluster, but I didn't really start getting good towards the end of the episode. Y'all know me, I'm not taking extensive notes when it comes to Potomac because this season has just been so bad. And I'm not about to sit up here and write a bunch of detailed, thorough notes. I'm just not doing it.
Absolutely not. Not me. Certainly not I.
Sorry. But guys, I did write some notes down, so I'll kind of like expound on what this episode was about. But I'm just letting y'all know this video is kind of going to be, short. So yeah, so as I said, let's get on into it. So anyway, we start this episode off with Mia at home with Gordon, and Ashley arrives to her house. So she lets her in, and at first, Mia brings up Michael to Ashley. Basically, she's being nosy and asking Ashley, like, hey, girl, are you getting a divorce or what? And so, of course, Ashley's all hesitant to even say anything. And so basically, she lets Mia know that she is scared to be without Michael due to like financial reasons. And she said something about, what if I can't afford the mortgage on the home? Basically, I need Michael's help. And my thing is this, Ashley, why would you buy a house knowing that you can't afford it and that you need someone else's help?
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Isn't that kind of rule 101? Like, you really should purchase a house that you can make it off of one income. Like, let's say you're married and it's both of you guys working. You should purchase a house to where you can afford the mortgage based off of one person's income. Because God forbid if a person loses their job or, any type of income that they have coming in, at least that spouse can kind of basically hold the family down. So I don't know why you're going to buy an expensive house knowing that you can't pay for it. And you need to have your own. Like, I'm sorry. Depending on him, that gotta go. And honestly, Ashley is not divorcing him, point blank, period. Because I think in the episode, she said something about, oh, I'm going to wait till the end of this year. I think, was it to, because did she file for divorce? Or I think it's just a legal separation. So I think she said at the end of the year, she was going to file for divorce officially. So y'all know how Ashley is. So anyway, while she's at Mia's house, they start talking about Robin. So we learned that Robin invited all the girls on a ladies' trip to the Dominican Republic. So guys, this is where I guess maybe the season is starting to get towards the end, because you know how basically the trip is one of the last things before like the season finale. So basically we're getting to the end. So thank God. So anyway, in a new scene, we see NECA and Wendy meet up at a restaurant to talk. Because as you guys know, on the last episode at Wendy's husband's event, NECA said, hey, I want us to talk, I want us to clear the air, but I want to do it in a private setting. And so Wendy did oblige her. So I guess this is where they're going to talk. So NECA gets to the restaurant first, and Wendy arrives immediately. And so when Wendy arrives, she has like this attitude. So she walks into the establishment and she doesn't even say hi to NECA. So NECA was the one that, said, hello, Wendy. And then she responded saying hi. Now pause. My thing is this, Wendy, if you really didn't want to speak to NECA, if you didn't want to make things right, why did you come? You shouldn't have, like, you coming in with that attitude is very off-putting. And I'm sorry, like, I love Wendy. Y'all know I love Wendy. But I need to tell it like it is. What was the point of you showing up if you're not ready to really have a conversation with her? Because if you're coming in with that attitude, it's not going to warrant someone being all lovey-dovey towards you or all happy, whatever. Anyway, so Wendy sits down and, NECA starts talking to her, about the things that have transpired against them. I can't even talk, y'all. The things that have transpired between them. So basically, Wendy's like, look, NECA, I really don't want to hear what you have to say until you acknowledge and apologize at the fact that you called my mother a witch. You said all these horrible things, and I'm not going to be with it until you really apologize. So at first, NECA's like, okay, well, Wendy, those things did happen. Your mother calls my cousin-in-law, basically submitting my name to a shrine, all this stuff. So they kind of keep going back and forth a little bit about the things that have happened between Wendy's mom and then NECA's cousin, all this other stuff. So basically, towards the end of their conversation, NECA does apologize to Wendy. She apologizes for saying those things about Wendy's mom and also calling Wendy a B. So Wendy somehow is like, well, you're still not taking accountability. And she's like, girl, what are you talking about? I want this to work between us. Like, I want us to hash this thing out. And so Wendy's like, no, you didn't come here to make peace. So Wendy's annoyed. She gets up from the table and she walks away. Now, I will have to say about that scene, Wendy was wrong. NECA was trying to be nice. She wasn't nasty. She was just saying, like, hey, your mom did say these things about me. And yes, I was wrong for what I said about her, but I'm just going to stand on what happened. And so, of course, Wendy didn't like it. So when Wendy walks away and Wendy leaves, NECA kind of starts crying. And so one of the producers goes over to her and she's just like, Wendy didn't come here to make peace or anything. She's still acting like cold towards me. And so I could tell it really did hurt NECA's feelings. But it's like, NECA, next time before you go out on a limb talking mess about somebody's mother, you need to think twice about it. Especially you going around saying something horrible like that. So anyway, y'all, that's what happened in that scene. So next, we see Candace is at home with her husband, Chris, and, they're just talking. And so basically, Chris is letting Candace know, you've been so busy lately, with your career, and we haven't been spending time together. And so Candace at first is a little annoyed because, as y'all know, the tables are flipped. Remember, what was it? Was it last season? Basically, Candace was annoyed because Chris was working too much. So he quit his job to do his side hustle so that they can spend time together. And now it's like, girl, you on the move. You're busy. You're not spending time with your husband. Like, Candace, we got to get this together.
I don't need no lecture from you, but I have to duck myself in this house.
So anyway, Candace is all annoyed about it. And I'm like, Candace, you need to listen to your husband. He's trying to talk to you. So basically she listens and she's like, I want to spend more time with you too. So they're going to have to figure this out. Like, your marriage after Jesus, y'all, your marriage comes first, not no career. I know you're trying to get it, girl. I'm loving it, but you do not want to neglect your marriage. Anyway, so after they have that conversation, they start talking about the embryos that Candace has. And I guess they're going to decide what they're going to do. Like, is she going to try and get pregnant this year? Or, we're not sure what they're going to do. Also, too, remember a few episodes back, Candace was talking about something she was feeling in her breast. So basically, she got it checked out. The doctor said it was nothing and it's not breast cancer. But Candace says to Chris, like, basically, I want him to take, I don't know if it's a nodule or something, But she's like, I want the doctor to take this out of my breast. And so Chris was like, Candace, he said it's nothing there, it's nothing wrong. So you just need to calm down. My thing is this, and I said this in a few episodes when this came up. Candace, I think you should get a second opinion. If you want it out and jokers ain't refusing, you go to a doctor who is willing, to examine everything and willing to take it out. Because, and I agree, there's no way in the world I'm going to sit here with this in me and we're not even going to biopsy it. Like, I don't know if she did though, but absolutely not. Get this out. So I'm just saying, I don't know why she just won't go to another specialist to have this looked out and to see what her options are. But anyway, next we see that it's Giselle's daughter, Grace. It's her graduation day. So she graduates from high school. It's a big monumental thing in their family. Family and friends have come out to support. And it just showed basically scenes of her graduation. So it wasn't really nothing there. So we'll just move right on along. So in a new scene, we see Robin, Mia, and Nneka meet up at a clothing store because they're going shopping for their vacation to the DR. Nothing too much in this scene. They were just talking. I think Mia was talking about Karen or something, how I don't know. I just know she was talking about Karen. But y'all, we're going to skip this scene too because it wasn't really nothing. So now it's the day that the ladies are to go to the Dominican Republic. So everybody meets up at the airport. They're all ready to go. And they do arrive in the Dominican Republic. So they're all on this like Sprinter van. And Karen is telling the ladies how Ray is in like a golf type club or something. And so he does tournaments in the DR all the time. So she starts talking about Ray and how one year when he was down in the Dominican Republic, she called his hotel room and a woman answered. And Karen was like, what is going on here?
Wow, son. Wow. That's crazy, yo.
And so basically she's telling everybody this story, and she says that it was basically the housekeeper answering the phone. So everybody's like, And then Giselle going to say in her confessional talking about like, I've never heard of a housekeeper answering like the phone at the hotel. So y'all know how Giselle is, always trying to stir something. So anyway, guys, they finally arrive to their destination and they all arrive at a villa that Robin had secured for everybody. So basically the villa's pretty huge. How many bedrooms was it? I forgot what it was, y'all, but I think it was like 4 singles, what basically means 4 single beds. You get your own like bed or whatever. Then there was like, I think it was 3 other rooms or 4 other rooms that had double beds, meaning Joker's got to bunk up. So basically, Robin goes around and tells people who have single rooms. I think Giselle had her own room. Of course, Robin had her own room. And Ashley had her own room. And Karen was like completely mad. She was like, no, I'm not sitting here sharing a room with anybody. Like, I'm about to just find my own accommodations. So Robin's getting annoyed. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, I picked the rooms. Why can't you just bunk up with somebody? And so Karen's like, no, I'm not doing that. Now, pause. I will say this. For me, when it comes to vacations, I'm not sharing no room with anybody. I need my own privacy, especially bathroom. I'm darn sure not sharing my bathroom with anybody. So I could feel Karen on that. And probably I would have tried to find another accommodation. So I kind of feel her with it. But I also see Robin's side because it is very rude. She secured this place for you guys, and you just can't be a team player and just share a room. Because, guys, this wasn't like Karen would be sharing a bed with anybody. She would just be sharing, I think it's 2 queens, and they would just share the room and I guess bathroom together. But I understand both sides. So basically, Robin and Karen start getting into it, and Karen is upset and they start arguing. So after that whole debacle, Ashley lets Karen know, like, hey, girl, you can have my room. I'll just share with Mia. So Karen is all relieved and it's like, thank you, Ashley. I owe you one. And Ashley's like, yeah, you owe me. And I thought that was really nice of Ashley. I will say that, she didn't have to do that. And that was nice of her. So, yeah. So anyway, Robin tells everybody to start getting dressed because they are going to get ready for a night of golf. So apparently there's like a thing down there where they golf at night or something like that. So next, everybody gets dressed. They're all prepared. And so Giselle starts talking about who did she tell? I think she told Mia. I think it was like Mia and Robin. And Ashley or something like that. So she goes back and tells them and says like, yeah, NECA told me that Karen was showing her around Potomac, when she moved into her new house. And Karen said that she lives in North Potomac. She doesn't really live in Potomac. And so she was like, I told NECA, like, first of all, you're a homeowner. So who is she to even be telling you where you live? She goes, and first of all, you live in Potomac. And she's like, Karen rents a house. So who is she to be saying anything? So that's what Giselle had said. And so she's like, you know what? I brought a sash. And now we are going to crown her as the new Grande Dame of Potomac. So they all come up with this idea to crown NECA in front of everybody. And Giselle has like this sash that says Grande Dame. And basically letting Karen know you're not the Grande Dame, NECA is, because she's the one that really lives in Potomac and actually owns a house there. So guys, it's just so immature and petty. So basically, everybody goes outside and, including Candace and Wendy and everybody. So Giselle crowns NECA as the new Grande Dame of Potomac in front of Karen. And it's just like, it's so darn high school. I mean, I really don't understand this, y'all. But anyway, so she crowns her child. And Candace is just looking at this like, okay, what are we doing here? And it's kind of mean to Karen. Like, why are we doing this?
Hold on, wait. Let me fix my wig and myself because I'm so tired of everybody talking about some, hold on.
So Candace was just annoyed. She was like, I'm not partaking in this foolishness. And Candace walks away and goes to her hotel room. And yes, y'all, that is the end of the episode. And scene. So yeah, I'm going to give this episode a 7.5. Potomac, I really need y'all to get it together. It's really hard getting through watching these episodes. This season has just been, it may be the worst season yet. I mean, it's just nothing. And I'm not even trying to be mean or negative. It's just Potomac is just not, really good this season. But anywho, I'm giving it a 7.5. Y'all, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm really doing this because I know a lot of you guys stopped watching Potomac and you guys come to YouTube to hear content creators' reviews. So I just want to be one of those people to help you guys out, to kind of keep you in the know of what's going on without you guys actually watching it. So I'm definitely doing it for you guys. Love you. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my recaps. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be informed whenever I upload a new video. Also, too, comment below. Tell me your thoughts on this week's episode. What do you think about the whole argument between Karen and Robin? Do you think Karen was right to basically, complain about not having her own room? Just tell me what you think. What do you think about the whole them crowning NECA the Grande Dame of Potomac? I don't know. But yeah, definitely comment below. Tell me your thoughts. But before you guys go, you know I love to say a prayer over you. And so here it goes. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you his peace and protection. This is my prayer over your life. In Jesus' name, amen. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in my next recap. And yeah, bye.